Alright, hello guys. Today we are here discussing about the future of Apocrypha. The Apocrypha event is just about to end, but we have, well, the best girl Alpha here, still trying her best to lead us through the final chapters of Apocrypha. Now if we come over here, it's Apocrypha chapter 6. This end, yeah, chapter 6. It's also pretty huge, as I had said, as I have gone over in the previous video about Apocrypha. But now this sets the stage for chapter 7 to be an absolute banger, in my opinion. Not only for Alpha's sake, but for pretty much everyone else. Because, yeah, the time it's put Apocrypha is practically chunks if you move the chair, because it was said how earlier everybody defeated Diablos on their own, and then when Alpha and the other shades and Shadow came in, well then somehow Diablos got way stronger, and instead they have to work together to beat Diablos instead of the heroes just doing it by themselves. So pretty much, so yeah, I believe that Apocrypha chapter 7 will probably be the end of Apocrypha chapter 7, which we should get later on this year. So yeah, definitely these devs did a good job with the story in every chapter, especially chapter 4. Chapter 4 is my favorite one. They just cooked so hard. This one, especially right here, with the introduction of Apocrypha Alpha getting their Apocrypha suit. So yeah, that chapter cooked. But when we get to all them cooked, especially when you tie chapter 1, when you put chapter 1 together and chapter 6 together, well then it does have to make 7, yes, but that's not the point. There's more of a lower reaction, because that's the real alpha, and as Alpha saying over here, it affects Lily and others. So yeah, Alpha does look a bit worried. As I gone through the previous, well, how Alpha may have transformed into a demon before into chapter 1, and showing signs of it again in chapter 6. But she's not the only character that more than likely have, as when we go back into the Apocrypha story. So yeah, we get like one, the hint of Demon Alpha coming for chapter 7. That's one down, but of course, Alpha snaps out of it real quick right after this. And then Rose over here is also struggling since she hasn't transformed, and toward the end, as you can see, they both collapse due to the magic overload. But yeah, Rose wasn't doing too well. It pretty much looks like the magic got hold of Lily's magic overflowed her. So, and toward the end, yeah, Rose pretty much just lost her senses, just like she pretty much really lost her senses early on and stopped listening to the others, and so Rose pretty much the same thing happened to her, which pretty much just lose her senses, and as you can see, she looks angry and stuff, and midway just transformed into a demon. So yeah, Lily's magic got to her and made her transform into a demon, and then Freya makes a large scream out here. I have the volume off so you won't hear anything. But yeah, this scream right here probably shows that he's going to transform into a demon at some point. But next chapter. So pretty much what we can expect is that. One, Alpha will transform into a demon, which is what we've all been waiting for. We'll see what Demon Oriana will do in Chapter 7. Hopefully it's not too much destruction because, yeah, we are gonna have a ton of problems with that Alpha transforming into a demon and Freya transforming into a demon, as well as Freya herself transforming into a demon because of Lily's death. Like, damn. I guess it makes sense because you could say Freya is like Apocrypha's version of Alpha in the leadership sense, so it makes sense that both, in my opinion, it makes sense that both Alpha and Freya transform into demons into Chapter 7 and also just destroy the world. Also, like, come to think of it, the destruction would probably be so huge, it would pretty much be an upgrade. It would pretty much make Delta's rampage and Olivia's strength not look that great. I mean, the others have transformed into a demon, so. But the others have transformed and controlled their demon form, so it may be a little less impactful than previous chapters like chapter 1 and 2, since others have taken control of their demon force. But damn, you can definitely expect Demon Alpha and Demon Rose, no, Demon Alpha and Demon Fair to wreak havoc on the Apocrypha world, as well as us having to deal with Demon Rose as well. And honestly, who knows? Who knows? Maybe the devs will do that, but there have been some people wanting a demon shadow, and yeah, that would just be total endgame destruction. Because literally, nobody would be able to be a demon shadow. But I mean, I guess they could struggle just as hard as they did with Olivia, and maybe they would get to Alpha and Freya. But demon shadow just seeming practically impossible unless, well, Shadow can just control the magic, which I'm pretty sure he already does. Well, who knows? In my opinion, Alpha may be able to control the transformation as well, but it would still be nice to see her go on a berserk rampage, which is what I personally want. My opinion. Would love to see her burn down the world after Alpha carrying for 6 chapters so far. So far, only the sexy demon Epsilon has gained control of their demon form on the moment where they transform into a demon. Hopefully, maybe Alpha will do the same. So, regardless of whether she loses control or gains control of the demon form, like Epsilon here, I believe Chapter 7 will be the absolute cinema finale. Well, maybe Chapter 8, maybe there'll be a Chapter 8, but in my opinion, I'm placing all my bets on a theoretical Chapter 7, and who knows. And and for the end of Apocrypha, I expect pretty much all the demons that are currently alive to just use their powers to finish off Diabolos. And I don't know if it will be an easy victory or if they will still struggle, but who knows. We will probably getting assured that there's some sort of demon atomic toward the end, I guess. So yeah, there's so much that can happen in chapter 7 and a possibility of a chapter 8. It's honestly too much even to say for one video. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want more. So yeah, see ya.